beautiful mech. I do like the paint job
So
on the Grinner.
a little detail, spin this, and this is one of the very few mechs that has a call out to a particular unit right on the shoulder pad. That's pretty fucking cool. Like,
Yeah, it is.
now, for those that don't know, the Grinner is Phelan Kell's battle mech. Unfortunately, the original is murdered. But he does get an upgraded one later on, but it's with Clan Tech. But
That's a good storyline. Yeah, I might read that series next. It's been a while.
Blood of Krinsky? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hashtag Grinner right now to enter into the drawing for a Grinner, this mech that Phil's going to show off here.
Alright, so Wolfhound, let's go dive into the details and show you what this particular mech has. Obviously, quirks were just released, but I'll go ahead and go over those really quick. Mainly, it's just base armor. CT, left to right torso, legs, pretty much across the board, except for arms. It has no arm armor, but it reinforces everything else. And I think that'll go in line with sort of how, at least I play the Wolfhounds. But we've got a ear large, 4 mediums. Let's go ahead and really let's dive in here because we know we're gonna do things to it. All right, so we've got 5 energy, and of course with that, the first thing that pops in my head is 5 medium pulse. You know, it's also interesting too, Darren, with these heroes coming out when they are, with also LFEs. 136 kph, I don't think it's needed in LFE. I think this is one of those mechs that doesn't necessarily need it, but that will give you the opportunity for
What he's
LFE.
talking about, of course, is the light fusion engines, all the new tech coming out next month. This month we get these heroes, and actually patch notes are already up. If you want to go to WLmercs.com, you can check out the patch notes. But yeah, anyway, this month we get these 10 heroes. Next month we're getting Civil War tech and all kinds of new possibilities for your mech loadouts.
5 medium pulse, I can definitely see that being used. Let's go over the mounts themselves. It's just like the other Wolfhounds, all center mass. Pretty much, if you can see it, you can hit it. The only issue you have as far as is the right arm being a little bit lower, and really it's not that much lower. Most Wolfhounds that you see out there are engaging their targets, I would say, mid to close range anyway. So generally speaking, I don't see that being an issue. And of course, with this, you could even drop the engine, go with 4 mediums and a large pulse or something to that effect. But I like this 5 medium pulse. Also, guys, I'm just going to toss this out here. This is the kicker. ECM. That's a game changer, by the way. A game changer. And I mean, really, realistically, speed-wise, I could even see this going down to a 250 just for an extra double heat sink. And really doesn't, I mean, that's pretty much, that's what I was saying is I think what you could see is something like a 5 medium laser and or a 4 medium and a supplemental weapon. I'm not gonna lie, Darren, I didn't realize this had ECM until right now.
Neither did I, and that's the first Wolfhound to have ECM, and yeah, definitely is a game changer for that chassis.
I guess I missed that memo. Yeah, so there's that. So I can see myself enjoying this. Again, I would probably do Pharaoh just for that additional weight savings. Drop this. 1 second. Let's see what we can do here. Yeah, that allowed me to go 270. Yeah, 270. 1.3 heat efficiency. I think that's pretty solid. That's probably what I would do. 5 mini pulse with ECM. No jump jets. That is obviously a drawback to the frame itself, or this variant, I should say. But in general, yeah. So let's go save this really quick. And then onto the skill tree. I mean, I can see myself reinforcing sort of what it already has with survival, but definitely operations. So let's go ahead and knock out that. Nope, not that one. Dun, dun, dun. Definitely agility. I'm going to go the normal route I've been going, which is, or mobility, which is on one side. Kinetic burst instead of torso pitch. I'm not as worried about that. Now, with that being said, now you've got, it's over 125 kph.
Of course, this is what Phil would do.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
experience may vary.
May not want to do this, but this is just me. Well, I don't know. I mean, so far, the only thing, you definitely want to go to operations, I think, regardless, because it's an energy-based mech, right? So whether or not you dump into mobility, I think it's worth it. I know some people don't. I don't go full mobility tree, but I go speed tweak. So now we're going 134.3 kph. And then I think, you know, either you dump it all into firepower or you do survival. Now, here's the thing. This particular chassis comes with armor quirks, right? You don't get the right arm or left arm, but you get the rest of the mech, and that's the majority of your weapons. So even if you get this right arm blown off, you're still down to 4 medium pulse or 4 energy. I think we can go on top of that. I mean, 55 CT. If you do a full tree, let's just toss this out here. So we had 55 as base. Apply. So we went from 55 to 66, and then also increase of structure as well. On a light that goes 130 some odd kph, it still leaves you with enough points to get either dedicate into firepower. And again, I think with the medium pulse lasers, I mean, obviously range, cooldown. I don't think it'd be wrong to go down one of these trees, pick up the heat gen, cooldown, range. Laser duration isn't as much of an issue, in my opinion. So I'd probably, and there are energy changes coming if you haven't read those up on the patch notes.
Man, next month we're gonna have so many options for builds.
Even if you go with this, I mean, I could see someone saying, well, instead of 3.75 or this, why not go into either seismic or radar depth? I don't think it's as needed, or at least consumables as well. Me personally, I would probably just go firepower. I'd probably just do what I just did.
You're not going to strengthen that ECM?
Oh, good God. I totally forgot. I had no idea it had ECM.
Yeah, I know.
shows you how much apparently I knew. I don't know if the original did or did not. I can't confirm that. Yeah, so you got that. And I mean, you're already picking up radar depth 1. I mean, you could easily pick up radar depth 2. But I definitely would, yeah, that would be a must. So I guess the trade-off would be, if you don't want the survival tree, you could dump all that into firepower instead. So there's that. But that being said, it's got a 30 alpha, right? So that's a pretty good alpha amount. And of course, optimal is 220. Again, going back to if you want survivability or do you want this? So again, I think this will be a pretty solid choice here. I mean, let's break down what other 35 tonner has ECM. And that's actually a pretty solid question here. None of the Wolfhounds do. None of the Urbies do. Or I should say not Urbies. Jenners don't. Firestarters don't. Obviously Raven 3L. But this definitely throws an option that we haven't had before with ECM, which is quite unique. So there's that. Yeah.
Hey, I'll be RB.
I'm digging it.
Yep. And are you gonna paint that guy?
Well, one second. I'm not Not quite done, man.
I'm trying to hurry you.
Oh, is that what you're doing?
No, I'm gonna go get my mug, and then we can raise mugs. Be right back.
All right, so let's check out the base camo pattern again, just so you guys can see. We'll stick to the colors, appropriate colors. White. Ooh, let's do like a dark gray, maybe. Yeah. And of course, then we have a tertiary as well.
Yeah, guys, the Enforcer, the Panther, and the Grasshopper will be Monday, or no, I'm sorry, tomorrow, Sunday. That's Father's Day too, reminder for all of you. And then Monday we're going to do the King Crab, the Crab, the Mauler, and the Zeus.
So one thing to note about, as you can see, as I rotate the mech, there's a specular on, you know, these little details. You can see it picks up, it looks like regardless of
it's almost like brushed steel.
Yeah, well, it's yeah, something like that. It's a specular. Anyways, regardless of your base color, you always have that.
Yeah, I like it.
So there's that. So even if you go to white, there's still that effect. I like the teeth on the side torso. I know a lot of people were a little bit disappointed. I guess the one thing, right, the one nitpick would be that the cockpit itself doesn't look like the iconic wolf. But from my recollection, the second one looked more like a wolf. So when Fail and Kill, his Wolfhound gets destroyed, and later on he gets one created for him as a nice little gift. And it's retrofitted, almost like a 2C variant later on. Right. That's when the little details are made. And
yeah, I get it.
Yeah, so...
But I personally, I think this one looks really cool. And
I like it.
Unique mech. And I had the same feeling as you, just because I've read that story so many times. I've been wanting the Grinner since the Wolfhound first came out.
Assassino, wait, did they zoom camera in the mech bay, or is this field of view messing with my head? You're seeing the mech lab at 1440p, so Bill bias. So yeah, with 5 mini pulse, the first thing pops out to me is at 134.3 kph. I do think maybe you could just get rid of the survival and go firepower, just because speed is survivability a lot for the lights. You know, I mean, yes, it's nice having that armor bonus, but again, it does come with bonus structure. So I think you could dump those points into firepower and get back some of the DPS you're losing, or DPS in general. I mean, you could go cooldown heat gen quite a bit here and range, and get a lot back. Yeah, that might be what I would do.
Do you see this mech getting you to play the Wolfhound a little bit?
ECM, yeah. That changes things. The big kicker, though, would be that sensor tree. You have to invest these points, the 14, into it. If you don't do that with an ECM mech, you might as well not have ECM. I mean, it really is that game changing. Now, granted, ECM is strong, and is strong, continue to be strong. So I'm okay with that as a player that uses ECM, because it does get away with murder a lot of the time. But I definitely have run into plenty of people that do not take it, and well, they learn really quickly why they should. But yeah, I could definitely see, instead of going down that route, go the cooldown, heat gen, range route instead. So I mean, right there, cooldown 8.5, heat 6, range 13, and I mean 13% is worth it, I think. So let's go ahead and do that really quick. And of course, this is just how I would do it. Doesn't necessarily mean you have to. I'm just looking at what the mech it has and what it's capable of here, and going from there. But as a 35 tonner, now we have 2 choices with ECM as far as on the IS side, albeit it being a hero, so there's that as well. But don't forget, Darren will be giving away this particular mech So make sure to enter hashtag Grinner, and that's all lowercase. He dropped that in GRINNER in chat to enter the chance to win. And again, you could actually drop this down to medium lasers, and probably wouldn't go, or even small pulse. I probably wouldn't, or something like that. Probably wouldn't go this route, but you could probably even do a large laser as well. And keep the Pharaoh really, and just dump the rest into an engine here. It gives you another ton. So you can do a large laser, 4 mediums, going 141.8. So lots of choices.
And then, of course, next month it'll be 5 snub-nosed BPCs.
Right. Let's see. All right, and then 5 medium lasers with beam time quirks and larger engine. Yeah, you could go. You could do 5 medium lasers and grab the 4 laser duration nodes as well. And you can do the math to see sort of where that would put the medium lasers as far as duration. And there are changes coming to energy on the patch notes, so make sure to check that out as well. I feel like for me and my playstyle, this would probably be a little bit better, right? Where you've got enough speed to where you can get in and out. You can do enough damage really quick. I mean, a 30 alpha. Yeah. Yeah. We didn't say you'd have armor or heat sinks or you'd be going fast.
Or anything.
Right? I mean, technically, you can do some absurd stuff if you strip everything off. I mean, let's just be realistic here.
I'm sure some people will find some interesting builds.
Yeah, but as far as the mech itself, I dig it. I like the Wolfhounds. I think they're solid.
Let me know before you move on, though, so we can do the giveaway.
Yeah. Do you got your coffee yet?
No.
Do you want to go get? You want to go get your coffee?
And then
don't you have like a maid or someone that can bring you? There's children there. Yeah, just be like, hey,
Children are slaves. Yeah, I'll be right back. Then we'll do the giveaway.
But if you guys have any questions or you want to see any particular builds, feel free to ask. Let's see what a PPC looks like in the arm, because why not? All right. What about torso? Pew. Oh, peep nips. Oh, peep nips. So, definitely possible. Someone's gonna do it. Because why not? But yeah, as far as the big thing, the big kicker here is this ECM suite being attached. That's pretty big. We've been using Wolfhounds in almost every comp drop since skill tree. Very nice. And like I said, I think it would give you an option to either go firepower and or survival tree. I think with a high enough speed, right? That sort of negates a lot of incoming damage, right? Being able to GTFO. So I know operations is a go-to. Again, ECM mech, having to dump those 14 nodes for the enhanced ECM, I think it's worth it. But I know this wouldn't be able to be used in like MRBC, right? Or this wouldn't be able to get used in the ranked game mode either, right? So, yeah. What's the difference between a PPC and a snub nose? Less range, a lot less range, lighter, and then I think there's like I don't know how they implemented the exact details, so I don't want to like overcommit, but slightly different stats, obviously. So, yeah, but if you enjoy Wolfhounds, I mean, really, this does open the door. I mean, 6 energy, 6, or 6, what was this, 5. Really, and this has the same locations, albeit it's got energy and a few other stats that, right? I mean, 1A, 6, the 1, 5, and again, going back to the location of the hard points. So really the Grinner having ECM does change the Wolfhound lineup as far as which one is the strongest. Yeah, that's interesting. That is interesting. What are your guys' thoughts? You like it? You like the paint scheme? Is there any requests? And again, I'm not going to go through the patterns just because those are the regular. This is the
I raise my mug to you.
Yeah.
Oh, coffee.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can definitely see.
No plaid. No plaid.
No. Yeah, and regardless of what base camo you have, you still have the Kellhound symbol, which is fantastic. Man. And then, of course, the...
It is fantastic. It's good to see that.
All right. Well, you ready to give one of these away, or hold on? Do we want to show this off and running around and stuff really quick?
Why don't you run around while I get ready to do the giveaway? Yeah. So let's. You guys, gonna give you a couple more minutes while he runs around. Hashtag Grinner right now in chat if you want this, baby.
Time to stop fapping and drive it. Why not do both at the same time? Oh my.
One-handed driving, man. It's totally possible. Although not safe. 10 and 2. 10 and 2.
All right. So just to clarify, I have base first as far as field of view. I don't have any of that changed. So you're seeing it from an unobstructed view. Yeah. Let me go do this. Oh. Yeah, this having ECM changes things, man.
It does.
Like,
target acquired.
All the things. Hold on, you know what we should do? You guys want to see this run in slow-mo and all fancy and stuff? I don't know if I'm supposed to do this, but I'm doing it.
You need the Chariots of Fire music going on. Hashtag Grinner, you got a few more seconds.
I think I slowed it down too much. Hold on.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, there we go. Dun, 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 dun. All right, back to normal.
The $6 million mech. We have the technology.
No, 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 no. That was a sound. All right.
All right, here we go, guys. Gonna give it away.
You always give it
Your
away.
Chance. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. It goes to...
Level critical.
Machine!
Machine! You win a Grinner, buddy.
Congratulations.
All right, Machine, I have whispered you. Please whisper me back your pilot name and we'll get you set up. And the rest of you, don't worry. We got 2 more giveaways coming up still this morning.
Don't mind me while I wub.
Heat level critical.
Wub yourself silly.
Keep it in mind, this may actually be something a lot of people didn't pick up on, and I'm just going to bring it up. And this was, I think, last patch. Your turn rate increases the slower you go. So just keep that in mind. So like, for instance, I'll go full speed, and we'll just do like a loop here. Hold on. If I drop speed, you can see dramatically cuts into my turn rate. Keep that in mind. Sorry, I just figured I'd bring that up, because the more you know. Ooh, hold on. We just heard a new sound effect.
Oh, did you? What was it?
Hold on.
Oh, for...
I don't know. I don't know if that was new, but it sounded new.
Target destroyed.
Oh, we're gonna have to go science the shit out of this. 1 second. For science! See, guys, there's even things that we get to find out. Watch, that probably wasn't supposed to go in, and
Target acquired.
it's like, oh well. A new kaboom.
Heat level
All right,
critical.
here we go. Hold on.
Heat level critical.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, we heard it.
Heat level critical.
You
All
heard
right.
it here first, although we have no idea what it was. Anyway, Machine, you have your Wolfhound Grinner in your account. It is there now. Congratulations.
Yeah, I'm super stoked. This is gonna be a good addition. At least me personally.
Yep.
Again, we'll just slow, get a frontal shot
Full
here.
frontal.
Na, 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 na. Da, na, 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 na. Da, na, na, na.
You like that wiggle? The wiggle wiggle? There you go, guys. That is the Wolfhound Grinner variant coming out this next week. Wolfhound with ECM and an awesome Kellhound logo on the shoulder.
Yeah, that Kellhound logo is pretty bamf. Just gonna point that out there. All right, back into the mech lab.
Wonder if Lauren did that that paint job. Pretty cool.
Probably.
Yep. Speaking of BAM. All right, so what are we doing next? Are we doing Urban Mech or the Black Knight?
Let's do Urby because it's right there.